together to try and get this all sorted. So if you guys could just bear with me just for 2 minutes. Okay, great. So I am going to delete my other one, delete forever. Yes, I understand the implications of deleting that forever. Awesome. So hopefully you guys find me again. I can see that I'm live, which is awesome. So for those of you who I haven't met before, welcome to the chaos. My name is Ellen Woodbridge. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. So, oh, did I want to do that? Yes, I did. Basically, I come on here twice a week. I make cards with you all and share my love of Stampin' Up! Products and creating. So I support my customers here around Australia. I also support the dog in our house. Sit down, Louisa, who is Louisa, and she has just joined us. Hey, Anne. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, Ronnie. I'm so glad you guys are finding me and popping in. That's amazing. You can see me. That's even more amazing. So that is great. I just need to do 2 more admin things, so just bear with me a second. I just need to get my wording and pop it up so everyone knows what's going on, even when I'm not looking at the comments over here. Thank God for having a second screen sometimes. You know exactly what's going on, because I'm looking at the back of my phone currently because YouTube changed being able to use the front-facing camera and the rear-facing camera a while ago, and frankly, I've never looked into it, but I just do everything. Hello again, Kelly. Thank you so much for finding me. I do appreciate it, and I just want to share this link with, okay, shut down Tuesday's video where I stole the information from. Apparently the theme this week is to wear white shirts. 2 different white shirts, but apparently this week's theme is white shirts. That's not what I wanted. I just wanted to copy and quickly pop over here and go right link. There we go, and bam, and bam, and bam, and 2 more places, just so my friends can find me. I just post it in a couple of places. I haven't put it on my VIP group today, but that's okay. Hello, Donna. Great. I'm so glad a few of you found me. I've deleted my old one so people won't get confused and kerfuffled, because that's not anything we want. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate those few minutes of grace. So that only took 3 minutes. We're doing okay. I've introduced myself. So today we are making the last of my class cards, because my other class card I showed you, it was using giz and textures the other week. So I did make that in class, and everyone was so appreciative that I shared that project with them. So today, the project we are making is using the Simply Beautiful stamp set. Now, this stamp set does coordinate with the Simply Beautiful dies. I'm not using the dies today, but I did want to show you the die set. So it does have some dies that coordinate with the stamp set, and there are also standalone dies. I have shown last week making some cards using the standalone dies, and we are also using some small pieces of the Lovely and Beautiful, did I get that right? I did. Lovely and Beautiful Designer Series paper, just some very small strips, and we're taking the colors that we're using from those strips of paper. So Stampin' Up! Do all the thinking for me, and I don't need to think about what colours we're using now, because I am doing some stamping, and I'll quickly show you the card. This is the original card. Because we're doing some stamping and I am doing a couple of card fronts, I thought I might use the coming soon stamp positioner. So I unboxed my stamp positioner in my Tuesday video, had a little play as well. Today I thought I could use this. It will be very useful for me to use this today. You can get this if you join my team in February. And it is an exclusive offer in February for people joining my team. Now, as a demonstrator, and I know a lot of you that watch are demonstrators as well, you can order this until the 2nd of February, which is when it will turn into the exclusive joining offer. This will be available sometime later in the year. We don't know any exact dates, but for the moment, it is an exclusive joining offer. So we will be using this today. Hello, Lisa. How are you? Oh, my God. I do. Oh, you should be here tomorrow. Hey, Sarah. I'm just going to pop it back up there for now. I did find a home for it, which is right above me, which makes me very, very happy. What else? I'm going to flick around because I've used up enough time already with everything not working. Technology. And I set up my live early last night and not at midnight or 1 o'clock when I normally set it up. So that's my bad, I suppose. Sorry, just moving a few things here. Right, I think we're good to turn around. I didn't say we are going to be using Stampin' Blends to colour today as well. You convinced me to order it. Having hand issues helps seeing someone else. Yes, I absolutely do have hand issues. I actually rang my neurologist today. They've been trying to contact me and go, we need to schedule an appointment. So I finally made that appointment this morning, which was really good. So I saw him in December and I need to see him again this December, just to do some stuff that helps me. So I go to the hospital every month and get a treatment. I'm going tomorrow, and he needs to fill out the online computer forms to renew that again in December. Okay, so let's flip around. Now, I've spoken to you about the joining offer, which is next month, but let's not forget about all the things that are happening this month. So we are right on the end of our bonus days vouchers. So if you want to earn vouchers, you can spend $90 and get a $9 voucher. So that $9 voucher you can spend in, I think I need to move this. The $9 voucher you can spend in February on your February order. Sorry, I think that's as good as we're getting today. So spend $90, get a $9 voucher to spend in February. We also have our product of the month, which I haven't used yet because I only got it the other day, but I am grabbing it out. So this is our product of the month. So for $125, which the $90 includes as well, you can purchase this stamp set for $9. So that is always fun, and I love all the sentiments in this, and I love the sentiment sizes. Do you know what? I never got them out. I'm going to come back. I'm going to get my light. I'm going to come back and open this for you. So just give me a second. Miss Louisa is almost asleep under my desk already. Like, really, the life of a dog in the Woodbridge household is amazing, apparently. What are we doing here with our camera? Oh, are you just readjusting, Louisa? Okay. So this stamp set on the front, it is shown true to size actually. Some of the stamp sets on the front are not shown true to size. They are either shown bigger or they are shown smaller. But this one, true to size. Okay, I remove the flimsy piece and keep this. So, true to size. Let's grab a card front here, just so you can see it a little better. Or even just a white piece of paper. Right. And the white piece of paper is going to be too small. But you can see we have our beautiful scripty fonts, and we have our, then it's not typewriter font. It is more of a standard font though. So we have them there. So, product of the month. So if that, I need to have a drink. Hi Jane, lovely to have you here. Sorry I missed you when I was replying to Ronnie. Okay, I am just going to run my hand over all of these so they're not so shiny and sticky, which will only help me when I stamp with them later, and it will help me slide them into the pouch. I was going to say something, and I was saying something. Oh, I was talking about these. So I found out a tidbit of information that they over-ordered on purpose the designer series paper that was available in December and is still available to purchase if you haven't already earned and purchased it. And they over-ordered on this stamp set. So as starting next month, we have less inventory of the product of the month, which means if you want the product of the month by Louisa, I do suggest that you put your order in earlier in the month to be able to redeem the product of the month. Okay, so we do also have our amazing kits. So I'm just going to get ready here. So I have done unboxing and first play videos of our kits this month, and there is a third kit which is a bit amazing as well, and they are just gorgeous. So we have let me go back to my videos and I can get the names of them, because off the top of my head is currently not working. So I'm just getting my cardstocks sorted here, and I will explain why. So we have the Lots of Love kit, and that is our non-stamping kit, but I did do some blending on that. And we have our Butterfly Garden kit, which is very, very simple stamping and so quick and easy to put together. So I've got 3 here. I've already made 2 of these. Sorry, just sorting myself out here. I've already made 2 of these. One in Fresh Freesia, one in Peach Pie, and I've partially made a 3rd one, which I haven't finished yet. Okay, so I do have another piece of cardstock that is ever so slightly bigger than the piece we're using now. So I just have to find 2 more of these larger pieces. which I have, but I only have one of this. So I need to go into my cardstocks here because I had a bazillion pieces of cardstock here, and I just want to find the right size. So here it is, 1 and 2. I do normally have a fair bit of cardstock in different sizes for the different size card fronts I like to make, ready to rock and roll. Okay, right. I'm going to quickly go through the designer series paper with you, and then I'll show you the one that I have chosen to use. So I have chosen to use this one because it has all the colours in it. So it's got fresh freesia, it's got pecan pie, it's also got calypso coral, which I'm not colouring with, but I might consider colouring with depending on what piece I have. Because all the strips of designer series paper that I cut are a little bit different. So each piece has one side of specialty paper which has gold accents on it. Now this one, gorgeous. We can colour it in, we can leave it gold, just beautiful. I have used the back of that last week as just a background piece. So love this little one too, where just the flower centers are gold, and that's the background of that. Then we have this one, and that's the background of that. So sorry, just moving my flowers here. That is the paper, but that is the minor piece of my card. Now these are the two pieces that I have. I did cut them, I've cut them at 6 inches, so they are significantly shorter than what we need on the card, and that was so everyone could choose which part of the piece they wanted to use. Okay, so I've got this stamp set. I've shown you both the cards. Now also, this is why I'm using the Stampin' Positioner today, because on my original card, when I stamped the Thinking of You stamp set, I stuffed it up. So then I cut it on a separate piece of paper, hand cut it out, and popped it on the card, which looks great, but that was actually the look I was going for. I was trying to go for something quite just simple, straight stamping, keeping it simple. But sometimes that does not happen. It is, thank you for the comment that they're pretty, and it is beautiful paper. The specialty papers are always beautiful. Now, I want to use this piece here because when I've gone and stamped my other pieces, I haven't put that piece there. I haven't rotated it enough, and it didn't quite give that piece as enough real estate as what I would like. So, maybe I do need my stamp positioner now. That's going to be helpful, isn't it? There. Oh. Okay, I found my other piece that I don't need now, but I may need it. 1, 2, hang on. I only need 2 little pieces, but I need 3 big pieces. That's okay. That's fine. So 2 big pieces. Oh, the other big pieces behind that piece. So I can put one of these away. See what happens? Technology gets in the way and I'm all kerfuffled. Okay. So stamp positioner. I am still learning this as well, so please bear with me. Now, what I have found, and in watching a few people play with it, is the easiest. We have a little triangle up here, and that triangle also stops the paper on these 2 lugs Now these two lugs hold the scratch paper down. Now the scratch paper is going to be available and is available separately, so when you get your stamp positioner, you are not going to receive paper with it. It will be available separately at a separate time. Okay, so just bear with me a second. I'm just going to line that up there. There we go. I think that's going to work really well. So I've popped that where I want it. Now I'm going to pop the plate in. I'm going to push down and I'm going to pick up my paper a little bit as well, but I can pop the paper back where I need it. Okay, so whoop, just in case I have to double stamp it. Geez Louise. 2 hands, Ellen, 2 hands. Okay, one here and one here should do it. So the color I am using, I did have it here, is basic grey. And that works really, really well with Stampin' Blends. Now, majority of our colours work really well with Stampin' Blends. Now, I probably went a little too hard, and I do have ink on the interior of our stamp there. But don't worry, because that is not going to transfer, because I'm just going to go down like that and up, and I actually got the most perfect stamping. I cannot fault that. Okay, and I'm going to go in. Sorry, I've lost, no, this must be the right piece of paper. I've got too much basic white cardstock hanging around here. There we go, that's the right piece of paper. Once I've got ink on them, there won't be any doubt about which paper I am using. Now, I'm not sure about me picking up these magnets for myself. I know they've got little handles, but my hands are my hands, and I'm just not sure about it yet. Yeah. Okay, so we've got this piece. Okay, lugs are in, push down, perfect stamping. That makes me so very happy. So I am just going to give this a partial clean up. Just use my stamp chamois. I'm going to get my big F block here, and then I'll clean all the stamps later. But I do need somewhere just to hold my stamp, so I'll put that off screen. So whilst I have this sitting here, I do wonder if I could do 2 at the same time. I want to grab my bud piece, which is going to sit perfectly. Oh, okay, am I going to have to work out another way to do that? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, now this piece can go right there. I'm going to grab my leaves. Now, I am going to stamp onto the scrap paper, which is why we have our scratch paper. Now, let's see if, no, they picked up fine, nothing moved. So I just want to, because this one is quite close to that lug, but it does just clear that lug, so that should be fine. Okay, I did lift the paper a little, but I didn't actually move the paper, so that's great. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. And I used, I'll see if I can get it off and I'll show you. On the old Stamparatus bar magnets, which I loved, I just put a washi tape handle on those. And I think I still have the fun washi tape. Just perfect. Oh, hang on. I just want to get, no, that was miss inking, but very, very happy with that. So that is my base, except for the sentiment, which we will do in a sec. I will do all my stamping right now, and then we will get colouring. But in order to do the stamping, I do need to pop my my strip of designer series paper, or at least have it ready to stick to line up the sentiment. But get all our stamping out of the way to start with. Now, one thing I wanted to say, right now with this sitting here, nothing is touching the paper. I do need to push down in order to make those stamps stamp. Now, I probably didn't leave it there for long enough. There we go. Perfect. So I was able, it's not the perfect inking, but that's okay. So let me rub these off. So get the extra ink off. That way I don't get inkier hands than what I need to. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, so this is where we are doing a little bit extra. Now, I am going to cover up that the edge of that leaf, and I am totally okay with that. So I'm going to get the Thinking of You stamp, because that works for every occasion, and I am going to, now I'm pretty sure I've got it in the rightish space. I'm just going to pop this back, so this is going to work on both. I'm actually really happy with that placement, so I'm going to pop this in there. Going to pop on my magnets. Okay, flip this over and pick this up. So this, when I made these cards with my team and my class, the Thinking of You was actually the last thing I did. It wasn't the first thing like I'm doing now, but because I am using the Stamparatus, I can make this the first thing I'm doing. Now, I do have some ink on the plate, doesn't matter. Okay, so that of you is a little bit dry. I think I need to ink up my ink pad, but I will just go of you again. Perfect. That's great, and does actually make it a little bit darker than our flowers, which also looks really good. So I'm going to pop this into the same space. Hello, Sue. Sorry, I have missed a whole lot of comments here. Just use your magnet tool to pick up the mag. Donna, you are an absolute legend. Oh my God, I even have 2 of them. Oh, it does. Oh, La 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 la. Oh my God. Legend, legend. Hello, Sue. How are you? Hello, Shaz. Lovely to have you here. Sorry, busy stamping. Okay, but winner of the day is Donna. Oh my God. Okay, I've learnt something new. That's good. We're here to learn new things, and this is a new tool. So for me, that technique is going to work the best. Just going to leave it there for the ink to transfer. And my thinking, my THI is a bit dry this time. Okay. Just did the tinsiest bit. But this is how we get around dry ink pads as well. There we go. Looking great. Now we are going to see. So this is what I did last time. So this one was done in class. I am going to see if this sentiment placement will work. Okay. There we go. Ha ha! Donna for the win. Okay, let's see. That placement will work. Wonderful, wonderful. And then I'm assuming you would like me to colour in like 3 different colours because I've got 3 flowers to do. I'm not putting any pressure on. I'm just making sure. There we go. Done. Look at us go here. So that is 3, well, 1 finished, but 2 card fronts all done. So I'm going to just clean up everything here. Then I can use my chamois to clean these later. Okay, so I've got my 4 stamps on my block there. I am popping this back in and popping the stamp positioner away. So I think we gave it a good workout, and I can definitely say I'm happy with it. Definitely happy with it. I need to close this ink pad because we all know what will happen. Hey Sheila, how are you? Yeah, Donna is a rock star, and it is lovely when we can help each other out. I can show you it, but then you can go, oh, Ellen could do this another way, or I could do this another way. And it's all part of it. Like, how many different ideas do we have for storing our new stamps? But we just need to find what works best for us individually. Okay. Turn my fan off because I'm quite cool enough. Okay, blends. So I do have a story about my blends. So the colour they say in this designer series paper is Old Olive. So we actually decided in my team meeting that this Old Olive matches the light Old Olive, not the light and the dark. I think the light and the dark is a bit too in your face. So I've used soft sea foam here, and in this card as well I use soft sea foam, and it's a little too light. So for my leaves I am going, and I'm probably going to start there, I am going to use my light Old Olive. And I know there are a few pens that I need to refresh. So actually looking a little closer at this, these could have done with 2 stampings, but that's because of my ink pad, not because of the stamp positioner. So what I'm going through and doing, because I'm using this colour twice, I'm going through and just laying down a whole layer of colour. Am I being perfect? Hell no. I do also want the bullet end open, so then I can just, and I still get out of the lines. I want the bullet end open as well, just to do the detail. Now, I did have a couple of ladies think, and they were totally fine with it, that this bud can also be a totally closed green bud. So you can do this like either way. You can also make these two different colors. So I have basically done that and made them two different colors, but you can make them the same color as well. So I'm not going in to do the detail yet. I'm letting these fully dry. Okay. So this is the light old olive. See, if you go a little slower, it tends to work a bit better, except when you just totally go out of the lines. Oh my dear word. And someone's going to have to force me to find some time to finish my virtual card making retreat. I have done nothing since Monday. Now, mind you, oh, did I make a card? I don't even think I made a card on Monday. I haven't made anything since my 3 cards I squeezed in on Sunday afternoon. So I definitely need to finish those cards off. One, because they're sitting on the table beside me, so they're taking up room. But 2, I want to be able to show you all the finished cards that I made. A couple of the cards I would like to remake because I did a design that I wasn't comfortable with, but it was their design. So I did the right, well, I didn't do the wrong thing, but I didn't like follow my gut, if that makes sense. But that's okay. Leaf, leaf, leaf. And then in with these, and they're already a bit mottled because of the way I've coloured. So they're already a bit two-tone. Now that went totally into the flower, and that's okay. Okay, so what I'm coming back with, this one is dry. So doing a few flick ups here, following these lines. So I am using exactly the same color. And as long as it's totally dry, we can definitely add more detail in. And because you're adding a color on a color, it looks different. And it looks like you're adding a different color, which I'm not. So really happy with how that looks. It does dry back lighter than when it goes on, but there is still the difference there. But definitely if you're doing like the same color on the same color, wait for them to dry. So I don't know if you've tried this before yourself, but it's definitely something that will work, and it will work in this case because of the colors in the DSP that we are actually using on this project. And seriously, if I go out of the lines one more time, I might scream. Oh. Sorry, I'm just getting, these are the colors we were using in the virtual card making retreat, and I'm just going to see if I can lighten this back, push the color deeper into the cardstock, which is working a treat. I may have to go back and do that again, but that's fine. Okay, so let's just do this piece and darker at the bottom here. Okay, that is all done. So we shall replace our lids. Hello, Miss Margine, how are you? You've missed all the fun. We've used it, well, I won't say all the fun. We have used the stamp positioning tool, which was a lot of fun. Now, I need to check my pieces of, I have one piece here. Where's, oh no, where's my other piece? And I'd lost dimensionals the other day and they were under my glass mat, which is why I just lifted my glass mat. It's over here, found it, it's fine. Everyone stop looking. Okay, so I'm just going to work out what colours I want to use. So, this one I could use Darling Duckling, but I think I've learned my lesson and I want to do the same technique. So use light Darling Duckling and possibly not use the dark, but we will see. So you can see I've got that really big bold piece of Darling Duckling and I want to I want to use that, and I think the other one I will keep as fresh freesia because I love fresh freesia. Okay, so take those pieces away and brush end because we have a really big surface to do. So I am definitely going to do this in sections, and I am not going to worry about, I am going to use the darker Darling Duckling because I'm only using it in sparse places. It's not a small image as such. So just going in. So I'm doing 2 or 3 petals at a time. And if I get any of this on the desk, I'm fine. I can just use alcohol to fix it up. So I'm just adding in the shadow where, or darker, where the petals overlap or where they curl back. I'm thinking this is a petal, so I'm just going to colour this. I'm not worrying about colouring over the stamens because I'm going to come in with dark peach pie, or I may even grab a little bit of Timid Tiger and just dot those in. Okay, so this one I've got a lap over here, and then I've got the squiggly bits, and there too, and just a little bit out from the center. This is going to be quite dark, as is this piece on the edge. Okay, so you can definitely, I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and then we're going to see what it looks like. Good, I am on screen. Sometimes I wonder, I get so engulfed in what I'm doing. So one thing I can do is take my light and just, please tell me this is my light. Yes, it is. And I can just make that dark work a little better. But also you can leave that boldness there as well. So I'm going to make that a little bit darker, and I'm just going to, I don't like that section in the middle, so I'm just going to go over it. I'm going to see how it dries, and then we'll go from there. So methodically going around, and I am leaving that flower center alone. Okay, so just want some flick ups here, all the way around here and here. Just flick it up a little bit. Oh, and of course I've got this section here. So it does kind of blend on its own because I'm not letting the light color dry very much. So it is definitely getting that blending factor from what we're already doing. And you can see the difference in what I am doing here. So the Darling Duckling is actually looking really good. I'm really happy. I was a little bit apprehensive about using it, honestly, but I think it's looking really pretty. Just want these to flick out beyond the stamen. And I've got 3 left. So I'm thinking I haven't done too badly time-wise. I do have 2 more to go, but hopefully I won't bore you too much. So, are you a fan of Darling Duckling? Please tell me. I'd love to know. Because I know a lot of people haven't been. And do you know what? That is totally okay. But I can see how golden it's dried here, where it's a lot more green in this point just there. Okay. So, I just want to add few flicks there, few flicks there, so I can go in and add bits, but I want these turn up pieces to be quite light. So now I'm going to try this with the peach pie. If not, I'm just going to grab out my Timid Tiger. Oh, I think I'll do this in peach pie. I think that'll look like really good. So this is my dark peach pie. So I'm going to do the center, and I'm going to do a dot on the end of each stamen. This is actually working perfectly. I'm fine if I go outside of the dot. Need to add a little more there, where with all the other cards I was using the Darling Duckling as the colour of the ends of the stamen. So ooh, that looks really good. And then when I put this piece here, I've got that correlation between the 2 colours. And just grab my light peach pie. Now for this next one, I may go dark first and then light second, and just show you the difference. There we go. Okay, so I've just got the Darling Duckling and then the peach pie in the bud. So do you like seeing me colour? Because that's what we've got a lot of today. Okay, so this next one, I did say I was going to use a fresh freezer, just because I love purple. I love purple. So definitely, oh, I've got 2 more to go. So do you know what? I almost This one has to be fresh freezer because it matches perfectly. But what I'm going to go through and do is show you the opposite of what we've just done. So this one we went in with the light and added the dark. This one we're going to put in the dark, then add in the light. Hey Lorraine, lovely to see you. Hey Lisa. Just let me see if I can get this lid off. Jeez Louise. I'm going to have to use my teeth. Please bear with. There we go. Hooray. It doesn't take much pressure, but I don't have that much pressure in my hands. So, you like yellow flowers? Yes, well, aren't yellow flowers friendship? They signify friendship. I don't know. Okay, so this is the dark. Then we're going to do this one at the same time and this one as well. So this is exactly the same colouring that I put down on this one, just opposite. So I am going to now, now this light is a little bit how you're going. Okay, we're just going to have to bear with it. I'm still getting colour out, but the tip has gone. Oh, that's okay. This will be put to the side. We'll make it work. But this will be placed to the side and I shall check my stash to see if I have another one. If not, gets popped on my next order. Because these are definitely used and loved and I am more than happy to replace them. Okay, so this goes here. This one is completely overtaken as well. And do you know what? I actually want to go in and add a little bit extra on that one. Okay. I think, I don't know. I actually don't mind either way of colouring, honestly. I think both work equally as well. It just depends on what you're comfortable with because you can't, it's harder to take away the dark than what it is to add light, if that makes sense. So yeah, I can definitely keep on adding dark to the light, but if I add the dark first, it's a little bit harder to take it away. Just get all those little white spots that I missed. Okay, it's coming together. And then the next one I will do peach pie, I think. Double check the paper, but I think the paper definitely has some peach pie in it that we can make use of it. Okay. So you can see they're drying up really, really well. This fresh freezer does go on a little fluoro, especially the light. It does go on a little bit fluoro, but it does dry back beautifully. So you've sometimes just got to trust the process until the colour dries. Okay. That's a little bit mottled, but I'm fine with that. Okay, so dark, dark, dark. I don't think it's affecting my speed at all. It's just I may be making a few extra sounds as I do this. Okay, around our wiggly bits, do a few swipes there. And then around this one as I go and colour myself at the same time. So, go and do these. And I love that these don't show the lines of when we colour. They literally just, they blend. They go with the colour, like they go with what they are called. They are called blends. We do not see our colouring lines at all. Okay, so I think I shall try to do all of these bits together. Okay, that worked really, really well. And then, even though I've got ink in here, I think this needs to be retired. But this just goes to the kids and they use a bullet end. Great. So happy with that. And so this, and you know what, this is one of my original ones, because my original ones I put these little stickers on, and bless you, and yeah, so it's worked a hard life. Now this is Darling Duckling Light. I want Darling Duckling Dark. And I'm going to do this Darling Duckling as well. But just for now, I want to do our flower centre and our stamens. See, even using the bullet end, I can't stay in the lines. And this, because I'm putting this on last, this just pushes out the other colour, even though the other colour is a darker colour. This just works perfectly. The yellow flower card would look nice with some brush brass butterflies. It would, and we can do that, but it does have gold in the designer series paper. So that's kind of the issue. So I can see that my colouring looks very different in both of these, and even when I go that to that, the colouring looks very different. So I do prefer the light and then the dark. I've decided just then. Okay, and then I'll just come in with a touch of dark. So that really does show you a difference. See you, Anne. Lovely. No problems at all. I'll see you next week. Have a good weekend. Okay, so we've just added our little Darling Duckling bud there. Even, look, it would have been better peach pie, but that's just what I had in my hand. Okay, so just looking now, did the fact that that brush tip was a little on its way out, did that have something to do with it? Quite possibly, but you can see the difference. So this one, I went in with my light, then added the dark. This one, I added the dark and then my light. So two very different differences. Okay, let's go in with my peach pie. And this time I'm going to go light then dark. Okay. Light then dark. Yes. Sorry, I'm just looking at my piece of paper. Yes. Let me just, almost dropped it on the ground. Yes, that works well because I've got peach right here. That works really well. I do like to at least get some colour that's in the designer series paper. Please tell me this is light. Yes, it is. So which way do you like to colour? Love to know. Oh, it's amazing the difference between a nice, juicy, easy to use blend and one that's on its way out. Oh my word. Okay. And sometimes the colour variations are quite large as well. So this one I may need to come back with the light and just do a little bit of blending. But we will see how it all dries. And I find I can colour a lot quicker and easier with one that just flows. So I'm not using much pressure at all on this tip, because the ink is there, it's ready to use, it's like perfect. Okay, so after these ones I am going to come in with the light and just do a little bit of blending out. So I'm like creating a third colour. So just on those edges now. I didn't do this piece, but that's okay. So we're going to get an even more different look with this one, just because of the colour difference. Now I have watched thousands, I reckon, of colouring videos over the years, so I feel like I have like inbuilt knowledge, and I kind of know how to get myself out of like situations where I have like really harsh lines that I'm not happy with. And it's not that there are harsh lines. Harsh lines are not an issue at all, but if you're not happy with it, I'm happy to give you some tips on how to get rid of them. So just go in, and I'm literally dabbing over that line, and it's like creating a third colour and just creating, I think it looks really pretty. Okay, so not sure if this part's a petal, but it's going to be for this purpose. Okay, now I'll come in with the dark here and just a little bit of dark there along our wiggly bits. Okay, so okay, happy with that. Is this the dark? Oh my god, it is. We are going to have a really dark petal, guys. But actually, I've lightened it up already. By putting the light over, in some ways, you can lighten it up. Now, I could also use a bullet end to add some of these details. I'm just choosing not to. And that there. A little bit of flicking here, and just seeing where these go over is makes it really easy. Great. Now I did go out there, and it's just going to stay as it is. So this is our dark. Pop it down and do our last two petals. And do you know what? No, I'll make this purple because I've also got, I'll use the bullet end of my fresh freezer, and we'll see how that works. So we're not doing too badly. So we've used the wash my mouth out with soap. We have used the stamp positioning tool at the start of our video. That looks so good. To do all of our stamping, so that's all out of the way. And then I've used blends to colour 3 flowers and our leaves. So this is my dark bullet end, and because this is a little image, I'm just going to go in with the dark, and then may have to use my hello Kerry, I don't know if I missed you. I think I did miss you way back then. So sorry, just a little busy here. Okay, so my bullet end is still fine, but this is the one I'm retiring because I'm not 1000% happy with the brush end. So I am going to go in and add more dark where I would like it, and that will finish that. So dark I'm fine with, the light I will pop off to the side. Okay, so next I am just going to put a strip of Stampin' Seal down here. I've used Stampin' Seal quite a bit last weekend as part of the virtual card making retreat, and I don't know, I've fallen in love with it again. Mind you, I have to be totally careful when lining everything up and making sure we are on the edge, because this doesn't really give you any wiggle room. Okay, happy with that, and I know my pieces are wider than what I need, and I am totally fine with that. Thank you so much, Margine. I will go through because I've used 2 different techniques, so I just want to, well, and one technique I was using a drier pen, so I just want to be completely transparent about that one, and might have a bit to do with the end product. Okay, grab my scissors, snip off the edges, and then we're up to just assembling and the last little embellishment. So these were actually quicker than what I thought. How's that? That makes me happy when it's quicker than what I thought. And I just have a little bit at the bottom. Now, I do have an extra white layer that we spoke about earlier. Now, the white layer is optional because I chose peach pie card fronts. Some people, I just wanted to give my class and team the options of, the option of using it or not. And I think everyone, there were a couple that didn't use it, so I'll show you a little bit more burnishing, Ellen, and that will be awesome. Hello, Katrina. Don't know, I think I said hello to you. Hello, Susie, lovely to have you here. Okay, so, oh, by the way, when we use our blends, more than normal, that it bleeds through. More than normal. Like, happy. That means it's soaked into the cardstock and it's done its right thing. So when, use the other side, Ellen. When I put this on this, I did feel that the peach pie kind of bled into the cardstock. But when I put my little white mat, I just, now that piece, no, there we go. Now it is a tiny white mat. When I put our tiny white mat on, I just feel I got the right amount of differentiation. So I'm a lover of the white mat. Now, I wonder if my glue is going to play ball today, because we did try to unclog this last video. And now there's nothing there. I even tried, I do, look, I wonder, is it at its end? But trying to get out my pin, my gluey pin from my pin cushion here. So that's the one thing. So I put it in and then I wiggled it around. And do you know what? It didn't even come out gluey. So maybe I just have a dead glue. Maybe I need to actually stand up and hang on, here we go. Aha, not a dead glue. What? Maybe a dead glue. Oh, shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. Okay. And I know I'm going to have a really gluey finger now, and I am totally okay with that, because I shall just rub that on the back of my hand. Right. So this will give me the wiggle room I need, because these margins are tiny on purpose, because I really did want to show the card base. Okay. I think that is good. That is good enough. Okay. So let's grab this. We've obviously got through the, well, we'll see. Yep. Whatever blockage was there has now gone. I just don't know where the blockage was, but it's okay. We did not waste any glue. No glue wasted, except for the fact that, okay, great. Do our teeny tiny, and then I've got to find another piece, but I know the piece I'm looking for. Teeny tiny. And that works perfectly. Oh, I do have another piece here. It was hiding, but let's do a size test. No, that is the right one. I thought I had enough pieces. We just lost one. Okay, so for those of you that missed the start of my video, I recommend going back and watching it. Oh, no, I'm going to need that again, so I'll leave that like that. I shared the stamp positioning tool, so we use that not to stamp this one, but we used it to stamp these two. And I did the flower just as one stamping, but then I was able to put our two leaf and bud combos. I stamped that as one, and then we added the sentiment, which was great. So I did all of that with the stamp positioner. And then I have shared a couple of different ways of colouring. I didn't finish this one. I'm going to have to go back and finish it. I've just looked at it, and my flower centre and my stamens are naked. I don't want them to be naked. Okay, so some of these are going to be side folding. One of them is going to be top folding, which is fine. I have no issues. Okay, so let me get back my dark. No, that's light, darling duckling. I have so many containers on my desk, everyone. I cannot wait for me not to have Container City. It's ridiculous. Okay. So even when I go over this, which is peach pie, with the darling duckling, it is still going through. So it's there going, no, darling duckling. So it's not showing through as prominently, but it is definitely highlighting these stamens. Teeny, and look, if I need to give them a bit of a second layer, I can do that as well. Second layer is not a bad thing. Great. Oh, that looks finished now. Great, great, great. Now, just pop these on the card. We also need to add loose gold sequins, which I love. I know we only use these on Monday. Did we use them? Tuesday. No, it must have been Monday I use them, because this is my third live video this week. So if you normally go, oh, Ellen does 2 videos, that is correct. Except this week was Christmas Stamp-a-thon week. So I had an extra video. So that is available here. It was a live video, although it wasn't a long video. They were pretty, look, I loved them, but they were pretty simple Christmas cards. Okay. I'm just going to hold this on here. These are my stamps to clean later. Okay. It doesn't matter which card front goes on which, because all the card fronts are, or all the card bases are the same size, and the card fronts are matching the designer series paper. So this one, Fresh Freesia and Darling Duckling. Oh, normally I put this on the cardstock, on the actual base. It's so when I flip it over, I do not get gluey hands. But today I did it without getting gluey hands. Not sure who I am, but yay. Yay me. Okay, so this is going to give me a nice lot of cards in my stash. And Thinking of You can be used for anything. And one of them I need to send to a friend. This will be a sympathy card, and I know her favourite colour is purple, even though when I see her at events she wears red. Her favourite colour is actually purple. I know, weird, hey. I know. She just became synonymous with wearing red at Stampin' Up! Events. So she now wears red, but it's not her favourite colour. Like me, I look great in red, but my favourite colour is purple. Okay, last one. Pop that off to the side. So the tip for adding embellishments using, and I'm just going to remove that so you can see the stamp set that we've used, is I am going to put my glue down first. So you can see from this card here, just 3. Let's see if I can, currently having issues opening this. There we go. Shouldn't use my nails because they're jewels, not tools. Okay, hold on. Spin that around. There we go. Oh, great. Oh no. Okay. We are just going to have a moment. Just have a moment. La 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 la. Okay. I dropped a couple here. Not too many, but enough. Okay, that one can go up there because no doubt I shall use that. I think I've got some on the floor as well. Lucky I have a super huge container of them is all I can say. I haven't wasted any, put it that way. Okay, so we are going to use dots of glue. So I want 2 up here, and we are using little dots of glue, and I want 1 down here. So I'm going to use my take your pick tool, probably with my scissors. You shall understand in a second. So pick it up with your take your pick tool, pop it down, and I'm going to grab a middle size one. Is that? Yep, that's a middle size one. I will move it in a second, and maybe this is another middle size one. There are teeny ones as well, but I don't fancy playing with those today. So these aren't sitting flat. So I'm just going to take my scissors and just place them exactly where I want to. That one, there you go. Or use your finger. Okay, so that is 1. This is 2. Okay. Now I just want to flip this one over, or maybe just flip my take your pick tool over. There we go. Grab a middle size one. Oh, I grabbed a big one as well. It's upside down. I want it cupping up, not down. Where'd it go? Oh, it's still stuck on my finger. Okay. Okay, that worked. And let me see if I can just grab, I love that I can just grab a single one out. So finger, and slide and finger. Great. Second one embellished, and where's my third? Oh, my third card is under here. Silly me. Okay, and the same thing. Oh, that's okay, Margaret. You're just seeing the finished cards, and I just, well, that was a bit of a bubble. And I was just going to explain for all the latecomers the different colouring that I did. Although one of the markers I was using was a little dry, so that wasn't 1000% helpful. So I do apologise if I missed anyone. You know, crafting and checking your comments at the same time, not the easiest thing. It is a skill. Also, getting sequins off your finger is a skill, apparently. Come on. Right, thank you. Okay, so you can see these ones are definitely not put on. So just use my tool, my scissors here. That one is stuck, probably a bit closer than what I wanted, but it's on. It's on. Okay, this lone one, I'm not worrying about the ones on the floor at all. They can stay there. And lid. If you are my lid, you will be hiding under here. Okay, great. All in and done. Just throw some of my tools out of the way. I always replace my lid, so the for all intensive purposes, the blue tack doesn't get dusty, because then it loses its tackiness. So today I have coloured 3 cards. I've used the Simply Beautiful stamp set and the matching lovely and beautiful designer series paper. Okay, so with these two, I used my light blend first, then flicked in and added my dark blend. With this one, I used my dark Stampin' blend first, and then I went through with the light. But I do want to preface that my brush end is actually it's finished. It's finished its life. The bullet end works really well. Now the other thing, and I will find my original card. So to do these leaves, I used the Old Olive light marker twice. So I coloured in all of the leaves, let them dry, then went in and put in the detail. This is the light and the dark, and for me it was a little too dark with the designer series paper. So this one I experimented. I'd already done this in my team meeting. I just needed to finish a flower. This is soft seafoam and this is Old Olive. So yes, I did experiment, did a few different things, and I just wanted to share with you those different things, so then maybe you like something a little bit different. So yes, who doesn't go? Oh, Connor doesn't go to school. Right, yeah, everyone's starting differently. My granddaughter, Ivy, she doesn't start school till Tuesday, but other kids, I think more Catholic schools and independent schools have gone back this week. I think that is the difference. Now, I am just going to scroll up and see. Oh, thank you for telling me I have pretty colouring machine. I'm just seeing if I missed any questions. Yes, Donna would have liked me to use some brass butterflies, but they're gold in here. There's gold elements, so it just matches a little better. Okay, I don't think... Oh, you do Valentine's cards as well, Charlotte. I don't, but I am going to use some Valentine's products next week. So I've got some Valentine's things, so I thought I would make some non-Valentine's products with Valentine's products. So yeah. Oh, I don't know about that today, Donna. I've got a lot on, and my mission is to get stuff done. So I had a bit of a slow morning, so this afternoon is a bit go. But thank you so much for joining me, and I shall catch you next Tuesday. So have a creative weekend, and I shall see you then. Bye.